raised. I think the first thing that Fanyamambo has done is he's tried to reflect on the question of criticism to mediation and said that actually it is lawyers who are messing up the legal justice system. First of all, I'd like to tell him that even those judges that are sitting in the courts are lawyers. Those judges that are recommending matters to mediation are lawyers. Those judges that are receiving mediation settlement agreement are lawyers. Lawyers are the ones who are most keen in getting disputes resolved. Secondly, Fanyamambo says that lawyers are fearing that they are going to lose legal fees or work. Lawyers are the ones who suffer greatest with their clients when there is delay in resolution of disputes. And it is not true that when you resolve a dispute through mediation, the lawyer loses their fees. Actually, they get their fees faster. The lawyers are the greatest champion of alternative dispute resolution that can be speedy. It is not because they are losing their fees. They are getting their fees. So by the time the lawyers come and they start complaining about processes, accelerated mechanisms in mediation, which are meant to help them get their fees faster, you then know there is a serious problem. And this serious problem has been developing over time. And I can tell you, if we start discussing issues about buildings that are collapsing in Kenya, we start saying that building standards are not very good, who do we go and talk to? We go and talk to the professionals who come up with those buildings, the architects, the engineers, the QSs, because they've been trained, they are regulated. We ask them, what is wrong with this issue? Can't you resolve it as a professional body? If we start hearing that doctors are engaged in malpractice or medical professionals, who do we go to? We go to the professional body. Because it's regulated, we expect more of them. So that is why when there are issues with mediation, we have to go to the people who are regulated, who are the professionals, the lawyers. They're the ones who are regulated. The mediators, unfortunately, are meant to be regulated, but the structure that is in existence does not regulate them. Because the Mediation Accreditation Committee, which is an organ of the judiciary, their main role is to accredit, and after accrediting, to give work. The process of providing complaints and so on has not yet been established effectively.
Has it been raised? Yeah. Has it been raised as an issue?
My members have been raising all manner of concerns about mediation. Right now, we are collating the information that they're sharing with us. They have already shared quite a bit over the last 10 days in social media and other platforms of lawyers. And when I tell you they are horror stories, they are horror stories.
What are some of the issues that come out as a problem? Because if we understand that, because like, for example, you know, some of the things that we see come out, people complain about lawyers negotiating without their information, you know, fees and things like that are gobbled up. What are some of the things that we hear on the side of mediators that would then pose the problem that you talk about concerning regulation?
Yeah, so first of all, let me talk about lawyers. When there are complaints against lawyers, we have a body under the Attorney General's office. It's called the Advocates Complaints Commission. You go there, you lodge your complaint. We have a body called the Advocates Disciplinary Tribunal that deals with complaints against advocates. And they receive numerous complaints, they process them. And in fact, one of the commitments I made is to ensure that this process is faster. This has not been happening in the case of mediation effectively. Why? Because the judiciary is not designed to be the professional regulator of any profession. You come up with professional regulatory arrangements outside the judiciary. The judiciary's role is to resolve disputes. So that is why there's a major gap. And what we have found is that we've actually done quite a bit of benchmarking with other countries. We found that all the significant countries, I'll give examples like Nigeria in Africa, there's always a strong involvement of the legal profession in the question of court-annexed mediation or regulation of court-annexed mediation. Globally, in countries like Singapore, France, Denmark, we've seen the same thing happening in several states in the United States, in China, Japan. So we've actually done benchmarking. And these are things that we are going to be proposing to the judiciary when we meet them very soon, because we want to find solutions. It's not just a blame game. We need to find solutions. And one of the solutions is there needs to be tighter regulation of these numerous bodies that have now sprouted up all purporting to offer mediation. They go with a certificate saying we've trained for 40 hours. There's nobody to verify, because there was nobody from the regulator to attend that training of that institution. You can't even compare what is being done there with what Commission of University Education does with the universities, or TVET Authority does with TVET institutions. It's a very kind of like Wild West in the question of mediation training. They come with a certificate. Nobody was there to confirm that they've done the job. Nobody went, just a moment, let me finish. Nobody went to verify that this particular institution is training in this particular place, and so on. One of the issues that has happened is I have actually been told by one of the very established mediators himself. He's talked to me personally. He's told me, Kanjama, we have a problem in mediation. And he leads a very respected mediation institution. Very respected. That was there from the beginning. Before Fanyamambo was trained, they were there training. He told me, Kanjama, we have a problem in mediation. He's the one who told me that just last month, there's an institution I can't mention on radio because they are not here, that was training 1,000 mediators. One tutor training 300. He told me, Kanjama, you are right. LSK is right. There's a problem. I've received this information from very expert mediators, lawyers and non-lawyers, who are telling me there's a problem. It's good what the Law Society of Kenya is doing. It is high time we deal with the issue. So we can't afford to window dress the problem. We have to confront it and resolve it.